One more thing after that exceedingly long video that I shot for y'all today. Treats. Now that we're done, now that everyone had a good session, I'm pointing the camera in the direction that my whole head is facing because she lifted her front feet off the ground. Okay. Now, when I'm looking up this way, right, I want you to kind of look at where my eyeballs are. I can kind of just barely see them in my peripheral vision, like right in the corner of my eyeball, right? I'm just going to point the camera at them. My head is still facing up this way. Good girl. They have both pulled their noses away from the treat. Now you can have it. We're going to do it again. They can smell it. They can even lick the treat a little bit. Get down. It is still closed in my hand. I'm going to twist my palm towards her. Brandy, take it. Good. So, part of the reason that she gets chaotic sometimes, or every time, around food, is because he is chaotic around food, right? And so, what we have to distinguish for the dogs is that I hand the treats to who I want the treat to go to. Notice, just a second ago, you can rewatch it, rewind the thing if you need to. I did not say squat. I just waited, right? I was talking to you in the camera. I was not talking to the dogs. So, like right now, if I wasn't talking into the camera, it would just be silent out here, right? Because if they're going to raise their energy, we have to bring ours back down, right? So if they get super excited, we need to be the ones to go, hang on now. Let's take a deep breath and let's just be a little bit more calm about it. Because when she gets excited and really overstimulated like that is when you're seeing those annoying behaviors. You're seeing the jumping. You're seeing the porpoise seal twist thing that she does. And you're also seeing that barking. You're seeing that excessive whining and all of those other types of begging behaviors, right? So if she starts getting super amped up, look away from her. Take a deep, audible breath and remind yourself, for the love of God, it is just a dog. It is not that serious. Right? Nothing we ever do with a dog, like these are not service animals, right, guys? Like these are not seeing eye dogs. These are not psychiatric service dogs. Nothing like that. This is a house pet. It's not that serious, right? There is no need, really, there's really not. There's no need to ever really raise your voice at your dogs, right? Because especially if you have one like this, Zeppelin vibe checks me all the freaking time. Use Ozzy's nervousness. So like a second ago in that other video, when I was getting a little bit frustrated with Brandy, this dog walked away. If Ozzy walks away from you or is in some way seems nervous, apprehensive about your approach to him, vibe check yourself. Chickadee check yourself before you rickety wreck the way that your dog thinks about you, right? So if you approach your dog, and I mean, this one's this one's kind of difficult to get upset with, I'm not gonna lie. But so like if Brandy's doing some real annoying crap, I just want you to take a deep breath and go. You can literally scream out loud into the ether if you need to, y'all. I mean, like, my happy place is on the back of a half-ton animal. If your happy place is swinging a baseball bat at a tree, going to a rage room, scraping your nails on a chalkboard, jump scaring children on Halloween, I don't care. Do it. Find a way to release any and all of your anxious, nervous, frustrated energy, because that's not, I mean, everyone gets frustrated. Everyone has responsibilities. Everyone gets irritated. Everyone has crappy days, including our dogs. But as humans, we have a lot on our plate, especially as adults. Y'all have children. Y'all have very full lives, right? So in the chaos and the clutter of the day, I want y'all to remember, above anything and everything else, we have dogs as pets because they're supposed to make us happy, right? And if we want to really communicate and deepen that bond with our dogs, we have to really and openly acknowledge every time they do something that makes us pleased, right? So me just calmly and quietly petting him, that is a reward for him, right? So her being chased around the courtyard by Cass, that's cool for her. That may be her release. He needs one. Y'all need one. Everybody needs something that just like wears them out and calms their brain at the same time. So I like to go hiking. I like to sit on horses. I like to do all this crazy adrenaline-seeking stuff. Some people, they want to go sit in a salt cave and have a face massage. That's totally fine. Different strokes for different folks. But I just want y'all to remember, these things right here, they feel happiest when we are happy with them. Okay? So one of the best things that we can do to our dog, hey Brandy, good girl. I am smiling at the dog. Your dog can read your facial expressions. And I know I've told y'all this before. You can't lie about your emotions to your dog. And that's why I said, when you feel yourself start to get uptight, you feel yourself maybe start to get frustrated, a little bit antsy, a little bit angry, whatever it is. Everyone has those emotions. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to just find that zen within yourself in that moment, okay? Because that is what your dog is looking for in their leader, right? You are the benevolent God of this house that pays for their bills. You feed them, you give them treats, you give them warm beds to sleep in and a safe environment to live in, right? Now, let's work on that bond, because that's how you're going to make these animals listen to you. Do you see how calmly and quietly she was sitting there? That is how we're going to really, really help these animals understand how we want them to interact with us. Because they can. That's what they're meant for.